Hi OneKids, it's the Bainbridges here. I was thinking it's been ages since we've all played a game together, so I thought we could have a go at a game this morning. Do you remember these? Do you remember the mummy game? So I dragged in these guys to help me play. So Nigel and Joseph are going to be a team, and me and Emily. Joseph is going to wrap up Nigel and Emily's going to wrap up me, and then it's your job to judge who is the best looking mummy at the end. And maybe you could even get your own families to play this game with you. Are we ready then? Okay, so Joseph, Emily. Right, ready, steady, go. And you have got a time limit on this. That's it. Oh, it's been a little while since we played this. We're a little bit rusty at it.
Yeah.
Keep going. And I'll try not to move. I did use good toilet rolls as well, so hopefully it won't keep breaking. I think our team's looking the best at the moment, I have to be honest. Wow, this is looking good, Emily. I'm not sure your team is faring so well. Nigel and Joseph. Wow, look at this. Okay, so we are going to have a time limit on this game. So we're going to have about 5 more seconds. Are we ready? Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time is up, I'm afraid. Right, so OneKids, it's your job to judge who is the best mummy. Is it me or is it Nigel? But I will let you decide that one. And maybe you could play this game with your families at some point. That would be great. Now, all these bandages have made me remember a story that Nigel is going to read to you called The Good Samaritan.
Hello OneKids, it's Nigel here. Hope you enjoyed that game and chose the right person as the winner of the competition. Now I'm going to read you the story that Rachel talked about. And this story is called The Good Samaritan. Jesus was teaching one day when a man in the crowd asked him a question. Can you tell me, Jesus, what have I to do to live forever? Jesus smiled. Love God, he answered, and love your neighbour as much as you love yourself. Yeah, but who is my neighbour? Asked the man, hoping to trick Jesus with the question. Is he just the fellow who lives next door to me? Let me tell you a story, said Jesus, and I think you'll understand after you've heard the story. Once upon a time, there was a man like any one of us, who was travelling from Jerusalem to Jericho. Now, as you all know, that's a very dangerous road. It's twisty and it's steep, and there's no end of places where robbers and thieves can attack you. Well, the robbers were waiting that day. They grabbed the man, they beat him, they took his money, and they left the poor man there to die. Oh no, said the crowd. They felt really sorry for this man. Jesus went on with the story. In a little while, another man came walking along the same road, and this man was a priest. He was returning home after worshipping God at the temple. He saw the man who was dying, lying on the floor. What do you think he did? He helped him, someone shouted from the crowd. He saved him, shouted another. No, said Jesus, he didn't. He took one look at the poor beaten man and then crossed to the other side, the opposite side of the road, and carried on walking. Oh no, the crowd murmured. Just wait, said Jesus. Soon another man passed by. He served God at the temple also. What do you think this man did when he saw the dying man on the floor? He ran to help him, someone shouted. He raised the alarm, another one called out. No, said Jesus, he did not. Just like the priest, he crossed to the other side of the road and left the poor traveller man to die. Oh no, the crowd sighed. Don't worry, said Jesus, for there was another man, a third man, who passed by that day, and he was a Samaritan. Now, we hate Samaritans, said somebody. Ugh, Samaritans? They're different from us. Jesus replied, but when this Samaritan saw the man, he didn't walk away. No, he bandaged his wounds, he took him on his donkey, and he gave him to the nearby inn, and he paid for that man to stay there until he was well. Jesus looked at the man who had asked him the question at the beginning of the story. So tell me, Jesus said, which of these three men was a neighbour to the man who had been robbed? It's the third one, the third man, the Samaritan, the man answered. You're right, said Jesus, because my neighbour is anybody who needs my help. Now you go and help your neighbour in the same way as the Samaritan was helped in that story. You've been listening really well. Thank you for listening, OneKids. See you soon. Bye-bye.
That was a great story, wasn't it? And you know what? As a church, we've been thinking this week about people who have a need. And I've heard some really great examples of children who've been helping other people. So one little boy I know has been praying for different people that he knows. And each week he chooses one of those people and he writes a little message or a card to them. And then he gets his parents to help send it to them. And then somebody else I know has been baking cakes for their neighbours. How lovely is that? And you know, Jesus really loves it when we help other people who have a need. So maybe you could chat with your families this morning about how you might be able to help someone in need. That would be a really great thing to do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that this morning and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.